welcome to Little Workroom Crafts. My name is Davine. I live in the south east coast of the UK. Today is Monday the 19th of September 2022. The movement of the curtain there, as you see, is paws off my wall. Thank you. I'm trying to record. Thank you. Bless him. And this is episode number 126. And anywhere that you can find me is going to be down in the description box, and any information that or anything that I mentioned today is also going to be down in the description box. Right then, okay. Now, I have been seriously, and I mean seriously, thinking about today's episode, because obviously today is a day that our lovely Queen is going to be buried. And I thought to myself, should I put a video up this morning or shan't I? Well, I am not going to put one up this morning, because I normally record in the morning and then get it done in the for the afternoon, edited and everything. But I know, and I do know from comments and private messages and everything else that I get, which I love, that there is a lot of you viewers that, you know, watch me every week, and on a Monday you're on your own. You don't have family around you, so you're on your own and you look forward to sitting down and watching this nutty person sitting here, which I do appreciate so much. But so I thought, you know, what I will do is I'm recording it this morning as always, and then I will edit it later on, and then it will go up later on more in the evening, you know, after tea time, where everybody's going to be settled down and cozy after what's been happening and going on in the day to day. I'm going to throttle this little lad in a minute. Oi, come on, good boy. And yeah, so, you know, I know, please don't think I'm being disrespectful, because I really, really am not. You know, I love the Queen just like the next person. And yes, I'm going to be watching. I have my Poppy stuff out because I've caught up with everything now. And it's going to be making all my Poppy stuff this week, ready for it to be uploaded. So, and then, because I'm worried about the postal strikes, because they're going to be doing some more. And, you know, these are going to, you know, some of this money is going to charity. So I'd like to get it all done. And then I've got the show stuff to get done ready for November, because as you all know, I'm taking part in the Cambridge Yarn Festival. Again, I think it's the 4th of November, I think. So it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday again. And yeah, so I haven't got my slot yet. So as soon as I get any more information, I'll let you know. So yeah, you know, so please don't think I'm being disrespectful with what's going on in the world. I'm thinking of, you know, my lovely viewers, which, you know, you're not just viewers, you're friends. You really are friends to me. That, you know, there is some of you out there on your own, and you do look forward to the Monday, as I say, of having this nutter on your devices or television. And yeah, so yeah, I thought I would just do it as normal, and then but just upload it a little bit later in the day when everything has calmed down. But it has been a really, really, really different week, I will say, basically because I decided to wake up last Tuesday with one of my colds, and yeah, it kind of really knocked me for six. I was able to do a little bit of sewing, obviously before it got too bad, but I was not well at all. Really not well. So I got a lot of crafting done, and oh my gosh, we have 1, 2, 3 finishes, complete finishes. Now he's nicked my toilet roll, because you know how much he loves the toilet roll. Go on. Right, he'll go and tear that all up now. So you might hear ripping noises. If so, it's Elmo with the toilet roll. So yeah, 3 finishes. I have actually got the 4th one that I'm going to show you is actually, it's been a finish for a while, but it's been blocked. So that is an achievement in a week on its own. I do also have let's have a look, because we're doing this in a bit of a different order this week. As I say, there has been a lot of crafting being done because, you know, I haven't been that well, but hey ho. Okay then, right, so 4, have I counted that right? What, 3 finishes, yeah, because the 4th one it's already been finished, but it's blocked. Okay, so we actually do have news flash. I know, news flash. I can't believe it. I just thought of another one for the news flash. Oh, there we go. Right, okay, so yeah, exciting news, and I mean extremely exciting news. Okay, so obviously because I've had finishes, I'm allowed casts on. But that's why I've done it in that order, because we have 4 free patterns that I have managed to find and put together. Okay, so I've actually cast on 1 of them so far. 1 of them's all kitted up ready. 2 of them's all kitted up ready to go, and the other one I've just printed off just a minute ago to show you. Okay, so new cast on, and we also have a lovely, very clever, I will say. And what have you been up to? Okay then, so it's a packed episode. It really is. Okay. Right then, so Elmo has now bimbled off. He has obviously just teared up the toilet roll, because I always have a toilet roll up here for when I get hot. I know, don't go there, but hey hoo. And yeah, so he's probably just gone to bed. He lays on the bottom of the bed, and yesterday when I clean sheeted the bed, because I always clean sheet the bed on a Sunday. Yesterday when I clean sheeted the bed, I thought, oh, this just feels so nice, this weather. And I got out the brushed cotton bed. What are you doing? I said, it's autumn, it's allowed. So I got out the autumn, the brushed cotton, and he's loving that, absolutely loving that. So I was nice and cozy last night. Also yesterday, oh my gosh, talk about lovely. We had our first of the season stew and dumplings, all made from scratch. So tonight, because we always do enough for 2 or 3 days, so tonight we've got 2nd day stew, which anybody who eats stew know that is the best day to have a stew. You can't beat the 2nd day stew. Oh, just gorgeous. So yeah, we've got dumplings to go with that as well. So, oh, spoilt rotten. This is what I love about this time of year. You can have cosy meals, cozy up. I've even got the long sleeves on. I know it's still cotton, but I've still got the long sleeves on. So, oh, I just love it. Love it. And also I have ordered, which I know I'm naughty, but I have ordered a couple of bits, more pumpkin bits. So I managed to find on Etsy a notebook with pumpkins on the outside. And yesterday I managed to find needle stoppers for pumpkins. I know. So when they come, I will definitely show you them, because they will go in my pumpkin bag. All organised, me, all organised. Right, so anything else has happened really this week? My Rebecca, as always, bless her little heart, has been working so hard. She always works hard, that one. I keep telling her to slow down, but she said, you're a fine one to talk, but there you go. But obviously today, she does have the day off. So she said she's going to just lay around in her little flat and chill, which is nice. So, yeah, I think, I'm looking on my calendar, I don't think we had anything, really. No, we didn't really do anything. No, we didn't. No, Glenn went back to work. That's where he is at the moment. He's on earlies. So, but yeah, that's about it, really. So, anyway, we're nearly on 10 minutes of me rabbiting on about a load of nothing, really. So, what we'll do, we will hop right in, shall we, to the crafting side of things. Okay, then. First of all, finishes. As you remember last week, I did show you, because I can actually show you properly, because, say, Glenn isn't here. I've been knitting Glenn a pair of socks and I'm going to give him to him for his birthday in November. This part here is the vanilla latte pattern. If you go back to 124, episode 124, excuse me, and there I explained to you how to get the pattern now, because it's on Ravelry, but it's not, it's free pattern, but you can't print it, but there is a way. So yeah, if you go back to there, that is in there. So this yarn was gifted to me by a lovely lady, friend and viewer, and this is the, because I've kept everything. Oh, but I didn't keep that one. But it is a regia. It is a regia, and that's what I've got left, because he is a size 10, so he does use a lot more yarn. But I will pop those into something that will definitely be used up. So, and yes, I have two. So, oh, absolutely love this, because in the vanilla latte pattern, you only have certain sizes, and normally I do him a 68 on a 2.5, but because there isn't a 68 with the stitch count, I did a the 72 size, but went down a needle on a 2.25, so it works out the same. Swings and roundabouts, as I say, swings and roundabouts. I haven't followed down the pattern onto the foot because he really isn't that bothered. So yep, that, and the yarn, oh my gosh, to work with this yarn was an absolute pleasure. It really was. The heel and the toe is, now this is the third pair of socks. Yep, so that one, and that one. Third pair of socks that I've used for this, and this was gifted to me by the lovely Kelly from Lay Family Yarns, and this is another regia silk, and this is the bit that I have left. So as I say, you know, I will use those up, definitely will use those up. So I'm really happy with them. So they will be bought up for Glenn for his birthday in November. Also, I don't know what happened to me this week, I really don't. If you remember, again, I had just started my purple and orange socks, and I finished them. I know, I just could not put them down. So this is, oh, let's drop that, bouncy. So what I did is I striped, right, let's go back a bit. I used my normal vanilla recipe for socks, which is the Katy Perry vanilla sock recipe. The best recipe in my opinion you can find, and if you actually do go, her patterns are free on Ravelry for the vanilla socks, and also she has a YouTube tutorial as well, which is very helpful. Or you can buy her book, which I have got. She got 2 or 3 books now. Oh, I think 2 books. The first book is like a Bible, literally a sock Bible. It is absolutely amazing. So what I did is I just used that. I did these on I did the 2.5, 60 stitches, my normal. Every 2 rows, I just changed colour. Then I did the heel flap and gusset. And then after I did the gusset, I did 2 rows. And then I worked out, because I am old-fashioned, as you probably have noticed over the years, I still write down and mark off my rows as I go. I know people use markers or they just measure, but I find if you measure, sometimes you can, especially with the second, even like the second sleeve or the second sock or whatever, you know, you want it finished and you're more inclined to stretch it a bit more. Yeah, everybody know that feeling? So, you know, I know exactly from there to there how many rows I need for my foot, basically. So what I did is I worked it out and I just put 2 stripes there. So yet again, just 2 rows, and then the toe in the orange. Now the yarn I used is the, let's get me another sock. Oh, there you go, I do have 2. The orange is a Cascade 220, and I think that was called Pumpkin. It's just, this all from Stash. The purple was gifted to me by the lovely Ruth from Ruth Love to Knits. Hi Ruth. And unfortunately I couldn't find a label, so I don't know what it is, but I did obviously know that it was a sock yarn. But look at that. You know, it's not a complete solid, and that's what I loved. That's why I wanted to use this for the foot, really, so you could see the beauty of the yarn. So, yeah, so these are finished, me Halloweeny socks. So I said to Glenn, I'll be wearing these with me my black leggings, and because I have, if you remember last year, I brought a black sweatshirt with a big orange pumpkin on the front. So I'm going to be sorted this year, aren't I? Right then, and finish number 3. I know. If you remember, a while ago now, my lovely friend Jane, hi Jane, she gifted me the lovely is it corrugated? Because I haven't got the pattern with me, unfortunately. Pattern from Stephen West. She made this shawl. Oh my gosh! And I did actually show it in the What Have You Been Up To. Beautiful, absolutely gorgeous shawls. But as you know, I love my honey. I love his work, but his shawls are really large. And I had in my mind to make this one for my Rebecca for Christmas, because she's Christmas presents are all done, but now I'm making just the little extras, like little stocking fillers. And I did think, she's a petite little thing, as you've all seen. I remember when I was that size, but hey, yeah, she is a petite little thing. And having a Stephen West shawl round her neck, it drowned her. She'd probably live in it, to be honest. So I thought, I was knitting away on it, and I thought to myself, I'm going to do another repeat of the corrugation, and then I'm going to finish it, because when she's at work, she could have it as a small one just round her neck while she's in the winter, because she does feel the cold. She could just have it round her neck and keep her warm. So I have blocked it, and I have tried it on myself, and it fits. I can get it round my neck, so I know she'll be able to get it round her little neck. So it is off the needles, and I will say I absolutely loved this. So it's all blocked up. I did do the I-cord finish bind off, because as you know, look, he does I-cord. He loves his I-cord, don't he, does Stephen West? But look at that. That is absolutely amazing. A pattern, it really is, and it is such a lovely little pleasurable knit. So I have finished it early, but as I said, it would have drowned her, and then she wouldn't have been able to wear it. So, and I'd rather her have it smaller so she can actually wear it. This is obviously done in my lovely Home Bargain yarns. And I tell you what, because I washed it and blocked it on the line, and it feels so soft. Oh, it really does. So I can put that on her Christmas pile now. Also, another Christmas present, as you all know, I made this a while ago, but when I actually blocked Rebecca's shawl, I thought, well, I might as well block this as well. So I'll show you this all blocked up. This is for Glenn's mum for Christmas. Let's get it the right way round. And this was done in a Sirdar colour wheel. So now this is all blocked up. Oh, I am so happy with it. I really am. And I did go around the outside with crab stitch. Now, I did get asked, not last week, I don't think it was, I think it was the week before, what is crab stitch? Crab stitch in crochet is basically, you obviously, you go forward like you do, anything, don't you, really, when it comes to a craft. But with crab stitch, you wrap it's a double crochet or single crochet, wherever you are. You wrap the yarn round and you go back on yourself as if you're like a crab going walking that way. That's why they call it crab stitch, I'm assuming. So you go back on yourself and then you finish off the stitch. So you actually go round it backwards, basically. And that's what gives you this lovely twist on it. But it just finishes off an item, a garment, anything. I love the crab stitch as an edging. I really do. So yeah, so that is another one, all blocked, finished, up in the Christmas present box. So I've got a birthday and 2 Christmas presents already now completely done. So I am so happy with that. Right, now, is there anything else I can show you before I go into the next bit? Actually, there is. So let me think. I didn't have a crochet on the go, I don't think. What made me think about starting this one then? what have I got to do? No, I didn't have a crochet on the go, and I thought, oh my gosh, I've got to have a crochet on the go. I'm never without a crochet, because you always all know crochet is my, you know, it's the one I've been doing longer than anything else. So I'm trying to think of what bag. I've got a pile of bags down here. I think it's in this one, because I've left all the other yarns downstairs. Yes, it is. Now this, oh, I've been following this lady on Instagram for a while now, and then all of a sudden, you know when it's number 5, sorry, let me just get the page for you, the first page, there it is, right, and I'm on, oh, I'll work it out, and all of a sudden something catches your eye and you think, oh my word, I have got to make this, you know what I mean? And what can I say, really? Unfortunately, my printer is getting low on ink, so the actual printing isn't as crisp as it normally is. So I contacted the designer who is up in Scotland, Marion, and I asked her if it was okay if I could obviously speak about the blanket, now you know that I've started, and then and if it would be okay if I can actually show one of her or a couple of her pictures from, you know, her Instagram, because basically you're not going to see it in its glory on here. So it is called, let's get this, shall we? It is called the Bonfire Blanket. Obviously you knew I had to jump on board with that one, didn't you? And it's got here, where is it? Did I read it, or did I read it on her oh, I'm trying to look at it. Let me see, because I can cut this out. Right. Also here on the front page, it has got the so excuse me for looking down. The blanket pattern is easy to crochet and suitable for beginners, which is perfect. And I'll tell you what, I'm just flying on with it. It's essentially a simple granny square repeat with some added crochet motifs which are sewn on top, plus a slightly different border to finish it off. And you do have a choice, if I remember when I was reading through the pattern, you have a choice of 2 borders. I know which one I'm going to use. I've called it the Bonfire Blanket because of the hot colours in the centre working out to deeper shades. I think it looks perfect as an autumn throw for cool October nights, and will look great around Halloween, teamed with pumpkin, so it had the word pumpkin, so I had to make it, pumpkin lanterns and spooky decorations. Wow, here's the pictures, okay? It is actually from Wool Thread Paint, okay? She's on Instagram. Go onto her Instagram feed because her blankets are absolutely gorgeous. This is not going to be the only one that I'm going to be making of Marion's. I've already got you know, a couple in my mind where I think, oh my gosh, I'd love to do that one. This one that I've chosen is actually done in Stylecraft Special. So I got my Stylecraft Special boxes, which are those 2 there, and I went through, and I luckily, well, I knew I did actually, I had plenty of black, which, as you can see, if these are not normally my colours, but I don't know why I had all these balls of black. I haven't got the foggiest, to be honest with you. But there you go. This is a paid for pattern, but it's so worth it. It's reasonably priced, I think, for what has actually gone into this. There's 21 pages in this, because there's every section has a chart on where you put your squares together, and the order that they all get crocheted, the rounds in. It is so good. the way that they've all been crocheted together, because it is a crochet as you go along, has been done slightly different than I'm used to. So I was reading the pattern, and that was, I thought, brilliant. I love this. But then at the bottom of that page, it said there is actually a oh, what's her name? Another lady on YouTube, but I can't remember her name. So please forgive me for that. But it's all in the pattern. So you go over to her, and she actually physically show you in normal motion how it's actually done. And I tell you what, it's so clever. So the link to that is in the pattern. The pattern is actually all done in UK terminology, but obviously there is a conversion. And oh my gosh, I absolutely love this. So there is a few colours. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 21 22. Now I would say 3/4 of them, but there was some that I didn't have, and I thought, well, I ain't gonna buy, because another good thing about this pattern is that Marion has actually put the grams down to the grams of every colour on how much you need. Some of them, especially for this first section, which I will show you in a moment. Let's get this up. That's pictorial on how to do your squares. I don't want to show you that bit or that bit, but there is your chart for section 1. And my mind's gone blank. Oh dear. Yeah, I know I didn't have a lot of the colours. Some of the colours. Not many of them though. But I was going to say something else after that. Oh, so what I did is I went through my Stylecraft box. Oh, the grammage. The grammage. That was it. I remember now. It all comes to me eventually. Oh no, that's number 1. We don't want number 1, do we? Number 6. So not there. So where is it? Let me get this up. Right. So it's so well documented. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Here it is. So on here, let's push that up like that. See, there's the colours that she used in the Stylecraft special, and there's all the grams. Now, and how many balls, you know, as I say, one of the colours here, 8 grams. So, you know, I literally found the equivalent of what I thought was closest to it in my Stylecraft boxes. Okay, so some of them are not actually exactly the same as Marion's, but I'd say 3/4 of them are. But do you know what I mean? This is what makes a blanket on make it your personal thing, doesn't it? So what I have done is I got you know, a normal A4 paper pad, and had one nearly finished, only with a couple of pages. So I took off the back, cut it in half, got me what's the name, and I made myself a colour chart. So I have written down the actual colours that Marion has used, so the original colours, but I've just put in the equivalent of the yarns. So when it say, for instance, that you have to do a round in gold, oh, I had that one, hang on, not a good one to pick. Proper purple, there you go. I didn't have proper purple, that's one of the newer colours, so I've put the equivalent in of the one that I've used, and that is basically how I worked it. So yeah, I've got my little shade card that I made, so let's show you. I have actually done the centerpiece, and I've already started doing the outside ones, but oh my gosh, I've marked it where I have my top, but that actually is the centerpiece. Look how lovely and bright that is, and then it goes a little bit more muted or darker around the outside, and then it gets darker and darker, and then goes to black, as you see in the picture, with the pops of colour. But oh, I can't wait to get to that bit. So I am absolutely loving this pattern. So as I say, you know, hop over to her Instagram or her website, and you know, but obviously if you're on her Instagram, go up to her, oh, you know what they called, you know, the links at the top of her of her page, because her patterns are absolutely stunning. Oh, the blankets are beautiful. So yeah, I started that, so I'm hoping to get well, this afternoon in my plan is to get some more of the outside ones done, because I have already started them. And I'm just enjoying this so much. It's just such a lovely little project that's going to turn out to be, oh, what was this bag of? Absolutely lovely. Yeah, it is. Yeah. Yeah, and I say, and because of the Halloweeny, I bought me little ghost marker on there, so that shows that that's the top. So, oh dear, I just love this time of year. I really do. But oh yes. Oh, please hop over to the lovely wool thread paint. Also, she has a separate link as well, where she has transferred this blanket and I think a couple of the others over to is it needlepoint, or I suppose you could do it in cross stitch, the charts. So yeah, you know what I mean. So she does the embroidery as well of the blankets. Oh, I know, absolutely gorgeous. Oh, I am having so much fun with this. So every now and again I am going to be showing you the progress of my blanket. Why have I brought this one up? I've got it here. Oh, that was it. Yeah, so I'll quickly talk about this, then we'll go on to the exciting parts. Right. So, as I showed you a couple of weeks ago, because I have done quite a bit, this actually is a free pattern on Ravelry, but you'll say you've already seen this one, which is starting with a granny shawl. And I have actually done quite a bit. I've nearly finished my first ball of yarn, and let's get it the right way around. And that is what it looks like at the moment. Oh, and when it's going to be blocked out, it's going to look so nice. So bear in mind, keep these colours in mind, and you'll see why in a moment. So absolutely loving this. Really it's just a nice project to pick up while, you know, you've got a little bit of time in between things, just to do a couple of granny clusters or whatever. So, but as I say, it is a free pattern, and it's by Pat Foster. So it's starting with a granny shawl by Pat Foster on Ravelry. Yet again, all pictures, which, you know, a lot of us, we do like our pictures, don't we, to see, rather than just written. So that's why I brought that one up. Right. Oh my God, yeah. Right, okay, so let's get this lot up here. Right. Now, what's on my list? Okay. Oh yeah. Oh, I'll talk about that one first. Right. Okay, now we have Little Workroom Crafts Newsflash! Wow, my gosh, I have so much to talk and report to you this week on the Newsflash. Tomorrow, I'm sure it said the 20th, Tuesday. That's what I've got in my head anyway. Or was it Wednesday? It's either Tuesday or Wednesday, so you're going to have to go over and have a look. Attic 24, I know, Lucy is launching her new blanket. The kit is going to be available, as always, in Wool Warehouse. Boom! This is the picture. I did put it up in my stories on my Instagram feed. Wow! I think it's Fireside. Is it the Fireside Blanket? I know it's Granny Squares again, but she's done it all in the Highland Heather yarn from Stylecraft, from the Stylecraft. And I did actually turn around to Glenn and I went, Glenn, look at this. And he went, oh, that's nice. I went, yeah. I said, if I have my, I said, which I will, I'd have my other blanket done by then. I said, how do you fancy getting it for me for Christmas? Oh, he's getting me the wool pack for Christmas. The pattern, as always with Lucy, which is what I love about her, bless her, is that she'll put the pattern on her blog as a free, so you can use whatever yarns you've got or whatever yarns you like. But I loved the Highland Heathers yarn when it first came out, and it is a pleasure to work with. It really is. It's 100% acrylic, but it actually's got the feel and the look of a wool. I say not the feel, more the look of a wool, because it's so soft. And her colour, the way she put her colours together, is just out of this world. We all know that our Lucy is normally a really bright, bright crochet things, don't she? But this, even though they're muted colours, she's just put the tones together in a certain way. Is lovely. But if you buy the pack from War Warehouse through her shop, you actually do get a printed pattern like you do with all her stuff. You know, I say this every time, you do actually get the printed pattern with it. So I'm going to be getting the pack for Christmas. I can't wait. So yes, I said to him, I said, you do realise, I said, because, you know, Wool Warehouse, they, even though they always buy loads in, they always sell out really quickly. So I've given that a hint and all. But isn't it a gorgeous blanket? Oh, I just can't wait. And I thought, cozy on Christmas Day, after we've had the Christmas dinner, put on a movie in the afternoon and start my new project. Can't go wrong, can I really? No. So that is the first crochet. It's going to be a free pattern on her blog, or you can buy the yarn kit where you get the pattern with it. But yeah, and then right, so yeah, that's the first free pattern in the news flash. Okay, but as I said, I can't remember if that was tomorrow or Wednesday. Look on her blog, she's got all the information there. Okay, now we will go into, because I've got 3 knitting patterns and a cross stitch pattern. We'll do the cross stitch pattern first. Right then, now you all know how much I absolutely love Kathy from Hands On Designs patterns. I have got them all around the home. Now, I actually signed up to her newsletter, and I am also a member, or, you know, you just apply and that's it. You know, it's one of them. On her Facebook groups, where you do actually get a lot of information on what's happening, which, you know, which is what I love really. As I say, I've got this all kitted up, but I ain't going to be starting it now. I'm going to be doing this ready for next year. But our lovely Kathy, as always, because she did this through when we were on our lockdowns, and then she does it every year on her and her husband's anniversary. She's done that for years. She's released a free pattern. So when you get the email on her newsletter, Selmo, on her newsletter, the link is there, or go over to say and join her group on Facebook, and then the link is there. So you link onto it and then you just print it off. But as I say, my printer, I've tried to do the best I can. So it is called Plaid for Autumn. Look at that. So you've got the pumpkins, but if you look, see if I can show you. There you go. It's like the plaids in the garments, and then obviously you've got the pop colour, and then you've got the what I call like the maple leaves, and then the acorns. It's a lovely chart as always. So I know it's free, but you know, and she actually, by the looks of it, has got a dark colour. Now, I really didn't know if I wanted to go on to black again, because I'd done the granny squares onto the black Ada, didn't I? So I went through my box and just found, you know, the equivalent, because she has given you all DMC, which is absolutely amazing. So I got my old chart, my old colour thread chart thing. It's not one of those posh ones, it's just a picture thing, and see what the colour was, and then as always did my equivalent. I have actually got hang on, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4 D, because there's only 5 colours in it. 4 DMC and 1 classic, because I love the bean sprout on the classic colour works. And yeah, so I have decided to go to the old oatmeal, because I love this Ada, and they all show up nicely on there. So, and that's going to be, some of them I did actually have the colours. I know I did the orange and the yellow, and this one here, I had those. This one I didn't, so I've just chosen something, and the bean sprout I've added in as well. But yeah, so any cross stitches out there, Hands On Designs, join her newsletter and go over to her, or go over to her Facebook, get the link. There is a free pattern she launched. It was the end of last week, and it is autumn, so this will definitely be stitched up ready for next year, for my autumn display. It'll be a new one on the autumn display, so I've got it all in my autumn bag all ready. because I haven't actually done any cross stitch this week, because I've got my Christmas one on the go, and then I've got to give you some more work on my mousse. Right, okay, right, so we're still in the news flash, aren't we? Now we have three, try and say that when you've had a few, even though I'm teetotal, three free, especially the way I talk, three free knitting patterns. My word. Now, sock knitters are definitely going to know this pattern. I printed off wrong bag. I printed off a new one because I've knitted it so many times and mine was a bit tatty. So, and luckily I still had it in my library. Bear in mind, these are free, okay? So, as you know, there is the Hermione Everyday Socks. I love this pattern. It is a 4-row repeat. 2 of them are knit. The other 2 are just so simple. Honestly, it is one that you can actually do while you're even talking in a group. Honestly, it's that simple. As always with these, it's like obviously Dreams in Fibre. So, and this is one's by Erica Luda. Anyway, that's who it's by. On Ravelry, okay. So, and it's called the Hermione's Everyday Sock, but they only give you one size. It's done with a 2.5 needle, and it is 64 stitches. You know, I suppose, you know, any experienced knitter could actually revert that over to a different sizes. But right, okay, so I am going to be casting mine on in, I've got it all caked up, this yarn, and the rest of the purple is going to be just the heel and the toe. So the cuff is going to be in all the way down into these. But as I say, I've just caked them up. I haven't actually cast that on yet, but I did cake that up yesterday evening, ready, which you will see why. Because obviously now I've got those 2 pairs of socks off the needles, I've got no socks on the needles, which is not like me at all. Especially now I've got my sock mojo bag. Even when I didn't have my sock mojo, I had socks on the needles. So, right, okay. That's pattern number 1. I should have told you, actually, all go and get a notepad and a pen, because you're going to need it with these. So, Hermione. What's it called? Oh, yeah, Hermione Everyday Socks. Okay? Now, while I was scanning around, because I thought, I haven't knit a hat for ages. I'd like to knit a hat. What did I find? I know, I can't believe this. Free. Remember, these are all free. Hermione Toad's Everyday Hat. And it is the same stitch. It's a free pattern. This is done in DK, okay, which is absolutely perfect, because then you've got your socks and then this, and then there's something else in a minute which you're going to see. I started this yesterday evening, and I've got my look at those. They look quite funny on there, me pumpkin, don't they? These come from the Yarn Works, okay, and it's WORX, okay, yeah. They have some lovely stoppers there. Okay, and so I started this, and look, you've just got the texture there, and this is what will be on the sock as well. And oh my gosh, I am absolutely loving it. I really am. Now, this yarn, I can't really give you much information. Now, my lovely friend Ruth from Ruth Love to Knits, hi Ruth, she gifted me some lovely purple yarn for my birthday this year, and this was one of them. And that's it, that's the colour, really. Yeah, that is more the colour. And I haven't got a label or anything, but it feels like a proper wool. It really does. It's going to be perfect for a hat. I'm assuming I'll have enough. I should have really weighed it, because unfortunately in the pattern it tells you what yarn they used. Yeah, but they don't tell you how much. all they say is DK weight. But I thought to myself, well, a hat don't normally use that much, so I reckon I'll be fine, to be honest. I'm already on the main part of the yarn of the hat already. And she does give you here on the measurements on if you want it to be a normal hat, as I say, a normal hat, or more of a slouchy, you know, the different measurements. And I tell you what, it is absolutely brilliant. It really, really is. All your decreases. It's only 2 pages. So it's Hermione Toad's Everyday Hat, and it's at Chit Chat Knits. Okay, Chit Chat Knits. But if you just put that in on Ravelry, it will come up. It really will, and it's free again. Okay, and it's got here, it's Christmas at Hogwarts is what the yarn that they've done theirs in. So it's all related to the old Harry Potter, as we know. Hermione Toad's Everyday Hat was made to... Oh, yeah, I'm not reading that because you haven't seen those yet. Oh, my gosh, we'll get there. So, yeah. So, remember, free. Sock pattern, free. So, you've got Hermione Socks, Hermione Hat. Now we have, which is done again in Dreams and Fibre, which is what the same as the socks has done. It's the same designer as the socks. It's just the hat is a different designer, same pattern. And there is the, I can't believe it, Everyday Hermione mitts. And they're the fingerless mitts. Look at those. I hope you're all writing this down. I've done my homework for you this week. It's only a 3-page, but oh my gosh, you've got your charts in here for your right and your left. It's going to say, because I knit left-handed, I follow the pattern for a right knit and end up knitting a left-handed one and vice versa. So it comes out quite funny with me. But my Rebecca, it was in the spring, I think. We were out in the local town, and the big town that we have to drive to. And she said... there was in the shop, and in the sale, there was these fingerless mitts. And she said, oh, Mum, can you get me them? Can you get me them? I went, no, we got it in the summer. And I thought, I ain't paying for them when I can knit a pair. And I said, anyway, I said, my nan always said. She went, oh, here we go. She said, you always say, my nan always said. And I said, my nan always said, gloves are a parting gift. But, you know, these are mitts. Different in my opinion, but she did always say that actually. But she was very superstitious with my own Nan, bless her. And I thought, so I'm going to do a set to match my hat and my socks because they're all the purplies. And then I'm going to do a pair of these as well for my Rebecca to go with her shawl because these are in DK as well. And yeah, so I've already got a couple of pairs of these in you know, in my head on my list. So, but as I said, so it's Dreams in Fibre by that Erica, Lueder, and it's the Hermione Everyday Mitts. Honestly, I'm just having so much fun with these. I really, really am. And because they're all a set, I might even see, you know, because it's September, I'm sure I can. I've knitted finished off 2 pairs of socks in less than a week. So knit another pair for Rebecca and do her the socks, hat and mitts, fingerless, that's it, mitts, as a set, as an extra Christmas present to go with her shawl. That's what I might probably do. But yeah, I can't believe I managed to find these. So the sock knitters will know them. I'd say 75% of the sock knitters have already got this pattern, the sock pattern. But these are the hat and the mitts with the same stitch pattern that will go with them. We can't go wrong there, can we? We just can't go wrong. And as I say, the hat pattern that I started yesterday, oh, I am just loving that texture on there because it's such an easy pattern. It really, really is. So yes, I'm all excited. So that goes in there with my hat pattern. So as soon as I work out the yarn for the mitts, I will bag that up ready to go as well. Right then, so that actually is the news flash all over. There was a lot of exciting news flashes in there this week, weren't there? My gosh, so I hope you all got that written down. So I know a lot of you pause me, go off and get the bits and then come back again. So hi, if you come back. When I give out the free patterns, they just go and get them, bless them. I know, I sat there yesterday, because luckily on the hat pattern, it gives you the information for the mitts, you see. Because that's what they used for the inspiration of it, you see. And I sat there and I sat there and I was with my fingers crossed on my phone, and Glenn went, "What are you doing?" I said, "This pattern." I said, "Please make it free. Please make it free." And like this, I went, "Yay!" He went, "Oh my gosh, Davina." He says, "Calm down." I said, "It's free pattern." I said, "For mitts." I said, and that's what I was had in my head that I would love to do. All win, win, win. Okay then, right, so that's the excitement about the way. Okie dokie, right, so now we have, and what have you been up to? Okay, we have one this week, and oh my gosh, what can I say? My lovely, lovely friend Melanie, and what a fantastic message I got off of you. And yes, I am loving this time of year, as you know. Cozy. She has sent me some pictures of this colour work jumper. Oh my word, it is stunning. Look at this. She actually knitted it in 100, I'm sorry, I've got to read the info. 100% cotton from the Marina yarns. She used various charts, just use a random of charts with mismatched sleeves. I think this is absolutely beautiful. Mind you, Melanie, your colour work is just beautiful. It really is. When you've shown before, it was another jumper, I'm sure it was, or was it a tank top or something that you knitted with colour work, and it was amazing, absolutely gorgeous. Actually, on the jumper, the actual colour work there is elephants, wild hogs, lions, spiders and ladybirds, all on that, and it is just beautiful, isn't it? Absolutely stunning. Oh wow, well done, Melanie, well done you. That is absolutely gorgeous. And as you know, I am one for using up bits and mismatching colours. Look at my latest, the last cardigan that I just done. I know it's crocheted, but I've done knitted ones. You know what I mean? Use up all your bits, put them together and make another garment, because it might, or another pair of socks, or another blanket, or whatever. Because that is what is the free bit, isn't it? You know, you've brought yarn to make things, and then what's left over is either going to sit there or make something out of it to get use out of it. And to me, that is your free bit, you know. So yeah, but anyway, I think that's it this week. As you can see, my poppy fabrics are waiting here to be cut up, so I better go and do that. Start cutting them up this morning, and then I'll get up here and do the sewing part. So anyway, okay, I am going to love you and leave you, because we're on nearly an hour now. But as I say, I have had a lot to show you and talk about this week. So it will be going up on the Monday, but it will be going up later on. Well, actually, I don't know why I'm really telling you that, because you've already watched it anyway. You've already got this far, haven't you? Oh my goodness me. Okay, all right then. So what can I say, really? Oh dear me. Okay then, right, so I'm going to love you and leave you all, and as always, please take care, stay safe, and happy crafting. Bye.